Are you an introvert or an extrovert? And how do you think this affects your parenting and your marriage? We've got family therapist Dr. Karyn Gordon here. This is interesting, figuring out if you are an introvert or an extrovert or not. You have to really kind of understand the difference.
Absolutely.
And where you fall on that spectrum.
Yes. Okay, so this is a fun topic, and it affects everything from parenting, relationships, marriage, and even career, actually.
Right.
It would actually, so the first thing we got to do is we have to understand it.
Okay.
Okay, so the simplest way that I explain it, it's really about where you get your energy. Where do you get your energy? So I'm going to explain it. I want everybody here in the audience to think about yourself. What sounds like me? What does it sound like my spouse, my kids, but also everybody obviously at home as well? So the first thing is around introverts. We're going to start with introverts.
Okay.
So an introvert is somebody who gets energy from within.
All right.
They think before they speak.
Right.
So a lot of times they will actually speak slower than extroverts.
They're laughing because I'm sure there's a lot of misconceptions about introverts. So people might think they're shy. People might think they're hesitant to talk because they don't know. No. They're thinking before they speak.
They're thinking. And one of the biggest misunderstandings, I'm going to go a little bit deeper in introverts because we really misunderstand introverts in our Western culture. People think introverts are insecure, which is totally false.
Yes.
It has nothing to do with insecurity. So they think before they speak. And all you have to do is watch somebody on stage, and you can usually tell if they're an introvert. And one of my favorite examples, who I think is an introvert, is Barack Obama.
Okay.
Watch how when he's talking, he's thinking before he speaks. And so, so it's very interesting in terms of how that actually affects communication.
Okay.
One of the best strengths of introverts is that they are very introspective, they're very observant, and they're fiercely loyal. So this is the person that they don't want 50 friends, they want 3, and they want them their whole life.
Right.
Okay, so they're very, very, very loyal.
Yeah, you want these people in your life.
You want the introverts in your life. You want the introverts in your life. So then we go to extroverts. So extroverts, they think out loud. Have you ever had somebody say, "Ooh, I think you got a filter," right? My husband says, "Karyn, you've got a filter a little bit more. What's having the filter button?" So I'm an extrovert, and you're probably an extrovert too, right?
You know what? I'm on the fence about that now.
You?
Because even though I'm a talker and I never have a problem speaking, I also need time to be alone as soon as I get home and recharge my battery.
Yes.
So I wonder if that is because of my line of work, or if it's because I'm an introvert. I don't know.
I mean, I could be wrong, Trace, but I actually think you're an extrovert. But because you're with people all the time, so many people, that's why you're probably craving your alone time.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe.
So I think it has a little bit more. That's where, understanding yourself can really affect in terms of career.
That's
for sure.
right. Yeah.
But extroverts, they get our energy. We get our energy from other people. We love to have other people.
That's probably me.
Yeah.
That's probably me.
Hey, we didn't clap for introverts. We got to clap for introverts, please. Yay, introverts as well. Thank you. Yay. Okay, we got to clap for introverts too. Okay, so extroverts are going to get their energy from other people.
Yeah.
They like to have lots and lots and lots of friends.
Yes.
They like to have lots of friends.
Yes.
It's not that we're shallow. We just like to have lots of friends.
That's so me. So many friends.
So,
I like my girls.
Yeah. So first of all, what we want to do is we want to understand those two different pieces. Okay. So now let's take the understanding. Let's go one step, and then let's figure out how this impacts now relationships. This is where it gets super interesting.
Okay.
Okay. So with relationships, usually people are attracted to their opposite.
So is your husband an introvert?
Absolutely.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
I don't know if Leo is or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got no filter whatsoever.
Oh, he doesn't.
I'm like, could you find the switch that helps you to gauge what you're saying? So I feel like he might be an extrovert as well.
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
But okay, so opposites attract.
So usually opposites attract, and it's because it balances it out. Okay, so you've got the extrovert that talks a lot, you've got the introvert is actually really introspective and a listener, so they balance each other out. You got two introverts, they're not really talking so much, you got two extroverts, they're climbing over each other.
Can't hear anybody.
Right, so they balance each other out. So here's how it impacts in terms of relationships. So exactly as you said, so let's say somebody is an extrovert, let's say an introvert at work, they're with people all the time, they come home, they're exhausted because they've been with people all the time. So what happens? They come home, what are they going to need? They're going to need to
be quiet.
Exactly. They're going to need to recharge, to be quiet. They're going to need a cave.
Yeah.
And an extrovert, they like, come talk to me.
Yeah, let me tell you all about my day.
Let's talk about our day. And the introvert's like, I need my space. Right. They need their space. And so that's where sometimes the people don't understand each other.
That's right.
Okay, so you want to understand who you are and then what you need and then be an advocate for that.
Can we talk quickly about parenting?
Yes. Okay, so this is interesting.
Yeah.
So parenting, so I've worked with lots and lots of parents who are extroverts, introverts. You want to understand your children so that you can actually help them. So I've got twins, as you know. One's an introvert, one's an extrovert.
Okay.
And a classic example is when they were 4, I had a birthday party.
Yes.
As an extrovert, what do? I invite 60 people over to my house.
Right.
So there's all these people in my house.
Yeah.
My extroverted child is having a great time. My introvert child can't find him.
No, he's in a corner.
Where is he? Where's my little guy?
Yeah.
Right? So I'm like going around the house.
Yeah.
There he was upstairs in his room by himself. No, he had chosen his 3 closest friends and they were playing Lego on the floor. He was having a great time.
Love it.
And so what's really important to realize as a parent is sometimes we think that our child is just like us.
Yes.
And so we have to remember that, you know, if you're an extroverted parent and you've got an introverted child, they're not going to want to be with people all the time. Don't take that personal. Like I've had parents think, oh my gosh, there's something wrong with my child. He's a teenager and he doesn't want to be out Friday and Saturday. I'm like, no, he's an introvert and there's nothing wrong with that. He's probably going to want to go at once and be at home one day. You mean there's nothing wrong with my child? No, there's nothing wrong with your child.
And don't force them to be something they're not.
No. The biggest thing with introverts is that you just want to make sure that they are developing relationships.
Right.
Okay, so as long as that they do have 2 or 3 close friends, that's all really that they need.
They're fine.
They're fine.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, we've had to really learn that about our children as well. An extrovert and an introvert.
Yes.
And we're all like, be who you are.
Be who you are.
We'll figure it out.
Yes.
We'll understand.
Yes.
You just be who you are.
Yes.